Good morning and good afternoon and good evening wherever you're at. And if it's a night, good night. I'm here to actually just do a quick update and let you know that we have not hit bottom either, though it might feel like we have. And I'll actually show why. So let's get to it. Just give you guys a minute. Switch the screens. I'm still kind of getting used to this StreamYard because you have to run it at the same time, do the talking and everything else. So yesterday we hit 31,165 roughly about. That was our low, which means today by building another shoulder, head, and shoulder, and right now just finishing up the hip, which also remember in the last video I said we'll be taking the stairs down. What I meant by stairs, we will be bouncing off, coming down, probably building eventually again another hip, shoulder, head, shoulder, and a hip, and then dropping again. So this process is going to be quite repeating as we continue this bearish trend until we find the area where will spring us up. If you're not going to find the area, eventually we'll find a sweet spot where uh, people will start realizing this is probably the sweet bottom that they consider to be, and they'll start coming back and investing more money. But remember, as I mentioned in the previous videos, we as people cannot make much of a difference in the market. So we need institutions and market makers to come in. And they are the ones that are actually deciding when we are switching directions and going bull again. So as you guys can see, we're actually having quite some movement as we broke out of this triangle right now. And as you guys can watch it on the screen as it reveals. Now, we do need to first break through the last night low, which is 31,150. I actually even set an alarm for myself when we hit there, so it actually will let me know. So if the alarm does come off during this recording, I do apologize. Just a lot of things happening at the same time. Now, where is our goal? Is at least touch, if not break through the last day low. Now, as we continue and as a measurement of the previous day movement, we should be, if we can be able to break through the last night and break through this trend, we should be able to come up to about 30,000 and then bounce most likely slightly back. That is actually forecast based on a daily, this is a 4-hour chart. I also do not suspect much of, even if we don't break and we bounce back, I don't suspect much of movement above the middle section of this line. In other words, as long as we continue staying bearish, we should be in a lower 60% of this tunnel most of the time. We might be doing a small bounce like we did yesterday when we came down from the head to a shoulder to the hip. We came down, we did a bounce, hip, shoulder, head, and right now we possibly running for next low. At least here, possibly here. That's if we don't break this trend. If we break the trend, 30,000 is the closest possibility. Now, you might say, but great, then let me jump into this trade and um, and make some money. Little risky because we are coming to these resistance, to these supports. As I mentioned previously, I do apologize if I say resistance instead of support. As we come into this support, we'll have a lot of resistance on them, and it can really quickly change directions and might not be the smartest way to do. But what might be a smart way to do is when you start realizing that we're no longer creating this another triangle of any form, but we start right now reversing like we did right here, then you can actually jump in, take the ride up to the head, and I'll try to update you guys as much as I be able to understand. Sometimes it's hard to understand where the head is until it starts reversing. So, and getting down to the bottom of the shoulder, that's when you start realizing, oh, that was the head, and that's the shoulder, and that's the hip. A lot easier to see it when it's all done than actually to see it as it builds out. So, again, riding up, and then when you get to the top and you realize where the head is at, then getting out and flipping your trade and running back down. Those are actually most successful trades, I would say. Also, based on information and knowledge that you're receiving on this channel, also I encourage you to get into Tom's class, which you can find the information in the description. Sign up to his channel, as well as get into his class. There's also a video that I mentioned about class. He will teach you exactly about these heads and shoulders and various other things to see that are fairly new to the market, and not a lot of people actually talking and teaching about this. A lot of people teaching about everything else, but beside what really can help you make the money. I also will be introducing, probably today, a group. I am working on figuring out what will be the cost and everything else, where you guys will be able to receive trade recommendations. Of course, those trades will need some adjustment, and I'll be talking on those videos what you guys will be seeing and what you guys need to focus on. And every single trade that we referred in, I'll also be explaining how to actually watch and make sure, because at the end of the day, no matter how good the trade recommendations might be, it is your money, and you're the only one that can make the right decision and protect your money. So that's why I've been watching this guy for the last couple of months, and he's actually been getting better and better. Right now, he has over 90% success rate on calling the trades. But like I said, certain things needs to be adjusted to protect yourself and get the maximum results without actually loss. So those are things that are coming. You guys will definitely love it and enjoy it. If you are in a trade short, watch your areas as I mentioned in the video. As you see, we are coming to the last day close, or the last day low. So watch what will happen. Will we break through and proceed? If not, start considering a strategy of closing your trade uh, at a best outcome results. Blessing to all of you, and looking forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care.